specifically because you wanted to perform it live?
That was a big part of deciding to like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna move forward and make this album and release it. I was on tour at the time, and I was just like, yeah, like looking around and seeing what the people enjoyed. I'm like, my album can work on tour in Europe.
Yeah, that's got to be frustrating to have something that you meant to do in front of people, and it's just sitting there, and it's not not what you envisioned for your own art. Yeah. You can't. There's nothing you can do about it. It's one thing when you have a project that goes different and you have to adjust to it as an artist. It's another thing we have a project that is completely halted for no reason or no fault of your own. That is, when the show goes bad, it's another thing when you can't have the show for like a year.
Yeah, right. I literally wrote this album like 10 years ago, but then recorded it a year ago and have been sitting on it and waiting like, all right, and then next year we're going to go on tour. When we hit Europe, we perform this album.
Well, they say just in comedy or in anything, timing is everything. So you nailed that. And
got it, just like I planned it. But I don't know. This whole weird sit in the house situation, I've been using the internet more. I certainly have more followers and shit than I had before. And people like, it's like, all right, I've been trying to work this whole sit in the house situation my advantage because I'm very used to sitting in the house, as we were saying.
I can use some of that from you. I have done nothing, and anytime I've had an ounce of motivation, it's been lost almost immediately. Really? I've tried. I can't bring myself to do anything.
I've gotten so much shit done. I think
that's awesome.
I think it took me a while. Like, I don't know, this was really just my life. Sitting in the house and trying not to spend money was really my life for the last how many years. Like, either I'm all in doing some shit or I'm sitting in the house. And this was just like, man, it's been a while. I'm tired of this because something would always pop up. I hadn't sat in the same city for more than like a month and a half.
Yeah.
Years. Like, this shit is killing.
My focus, like I'd taken a break from stand-up a lot last year, completely stopped producing shows, like putting on shows. And my focus was going to be touring. And now with that taken away from me, like I'm just sitting here, like, am I ever going to do comedy ever again? And just like, what's the next? I have no idea. I have no idea what I should be doing or what the next thing will be. Maybe I'll start doing one-man shows about prostitution, like some people. I don't know.
Hey.
Are you okay with the thought of like this? Like, what do you do? So you sit there and you say to yourself, am I going to do comedy again? When the thought is, no, this is done. And how do you, what does that feel? What is that idea?
Well, it's kind of a two-sided coin because part of it's relief. Because you get rid of, if I get rid of stand-up, then I get rid of the constant fear of failure and not just failure on stage, but failure in my career. Okay. So there's part of it's not all bad, but I mean it's also the only thing I've ever wanted to do. So I'd rather do something that I love and fail at it than do something whatever and make money. So I've always had that attitude. It's kept me poor well into my late 30s. And I was fine with that. I really was. And now I have no idea. Now that the world's taken away the option to fail.
And then the times that you say to yourself, it's going to come back. What does that look like? What do you think? A few years, a year? What does your mind say?
Well, I just think that, I mean, people are trying to make it come back with these like awkwardly socially distant shows and these Zoom shows. And that's cool that you want to do that. But you're removing, in my opinion, the intimacy that makes comedy so special. So I have no interest in doing comedy in the way it exists right now. And I don't know if it's going to change anytime soon. So I think about that. And I'm right now, I'm just kind of resigned to the fact that it's going to take a long time. And I'm just going to just wait for that to happen. There's nothing I can do. I can't go keep my material sharp by going to an open mic or whatever. I can't, I just, whenever it gets back to normal, it'll be a game time decision. And that's kind of what I've resigned to the reality being.
I mean, I don't know if there's going to be a getting back to normal. I feel like we have no idea what or who or in what form like clubs or like the infrastructure of comedy is going to come back from this.
Sure.
And I feel like it's a combination of the massive economic shifts that are happening and also the massive social shifts that are happening that like live performance generally might look different, but I think it's also going to be run by different people and be appealing to a radically changed world, so a radically changed audience, you know. So I'm really curious, and like I think you're totally right. Like I think it's going to be at least 2 years before there's any meaningful gatherings on any meaningful scale that you could like do a tour that you would need to like make real money on. I think that there'll be tiny gatherings underground always forever, but like yeah, I don't know what anything is going to look like on the other side of this. Comedy, bars, politics, like it's fucking and that feels like an opportunity, but it's you know, it's also an opportunity to slip into genocide. You know, like this could go. It's like it feels